Welcome back to Celebrity Radio. It's Alex Belfield talking with Great Britain's greatest ever entertainer and comedian, Ken Dodd. How are you?
By Jove, what a build-up. What a build-up. You'll never get me head through that doorway there now.
You've been very well behaved tonight. It's not even 11:30 and you're already off.
I know. Well, they have a curfew here. This is Sheffield, and I think the dear people who come to the theatre in Sheffield, I think they all have to go to work tomorrow morning. So... Yeah. It's if they say, they want the show to finish at 11, it finishes at 11. If they say we can go on till midnight, we go on till midnight. After all, I'm a working comedian. I have to do as I'm told.
You do work harder than anyone else. I mean, you just celebrated another birthday. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. It was very tactful of you to say another birthday. Yes, another birthday. Yes, I'm a recycled teenager. And I love every minute of it. It was nice to have a nice birthday. They put the candles on the cake. They had to get the fire brigade in, but we done okay. Yeah.
Has there ever been a conversation about shortening the show to make it easier for you? Because you work so hard and you don't have to, because any other comedian would already be home by now.
Of course I have to, because I love it. I'm stage struck. I just love seeing an audience and hearing an audience laugh. It's very it's very thought provoking. You play an audience like you play an instrument, like you'd play the harmonium, or like you'd play the violin. You play an audience. In an audience, where the hot spots are. Where they need a little bit more coaxing. Where you can flirt with the lovely ladies. Where you can which men you can tease. You don't tease anybody with a huge baldy head and big tattooed arms. You don't. You're very tactful. You leave them alone. No, an audience. It's a very enjoyable experience. I think it's one of the nicest feelings you can have is to stand on a stage and try to entertain 2,000 people. Yeah.
Do you realise how magnificent you are as a human specimen?
Oh, rubbish! I'm not. I'm a comedian. I'm a working comedian.
No, I get that,
and I enjoy singing as well.
I know that, and we're going to talk about that in a second. But my auntie's 85, and she struggles to stand for more than about 4 minutes. Tonight you stood for 4 hours. You remember every joke. Yeah. It is incredible, isn't it?
I don't know what kind of a life your auntie lived, though, do I? She might have been your auntie may have been a bit of a goer. I don't know. She perhaps, and it gets you in the legs. I know that. Eventually, gets you in the legs. So poor auntie, she may have. You want to be a little bit more. Sympathetic.
So be more reserved in your life, be less of a goer, and you'll last longer and be more physically fit.
Not necessarily. It depends what kind of legs you got. Sometimes your legs will stand up to it.
Stop avoiding my question and take the compliment. It is amazing, isn't it, that you can stand there at your age and be as magnetic as you are and still have the energy. I love being a stand-up comedian. I love being an entertainer. I love the theatre. I love live shows and I love audiences. Yeah, they're doing me the favour. Don't tell them that. They're doing me the favour by letting me do it. And again, you do understand that most people in the business come and go very quickly. They'll sell out theatres for a year, 2 years, and then they're gone. The fact that you sold this out tonight is miraculous.
Well, I'm persistent. I used to be.
You what?
I used to be a brush salesman as well. I used to be. A long time ago. I earned my living being what they call on the knocker. Good morning, madam. Could I interest you in a new tea setter? So I've done all my share of that. So that was enjoyable too. People are wonderful. Everybody in life. Everybody has a story. Everybody has it's like a novel, and people are wonderful. It's just to talk to them is really a great experience.
I'm struggling to work out what we're going to remember you for most, your music or your comedy, because when I look at the record books as we sit here, there's Paul McCartney and the Beatles, there's Elton John, and then there's you in the top 5. It's extraordinary. The best-selling male single is Elton John's Candle in the Wind, and the second is Tears for Souvenirs.
Well, yeah. That I can't really take credit for that because that the song obviously did the job. It was originally a waltz. Written by a man in America called Frank Capano or Al Capone, I don't know which one you want, like that. That's where he must have got the name from. But it's a great melody. It's a great melody, and the words are quite easy on the ear. So 1965 it was. We recorded it when I was at the Palladium.
Is there any rhyme or reason to why that one has been the biggest of the lot? I mean, even bigger than Happiness, which is your signature tune.
I don't know whether it's bigger than Happiness. Because
it's sold more.
Happiness, over the years, is sold and sold and sold. Happiness is a lovely song.
Tears is officially in the World Record Books number 3.
Oh, well. But Happiness is a great song. Happiness can be sung by children. It can be sung by adults. It can be sung by mums and dads and grannies and granddads. It's a great song. Happiness, the greatest gift that we possess. Yeah, it's a great song. I'm very grateful for all the... I was able to... I was very, very blessed because I was able to choose the songs I recorded. A lot of entertainers were given the song by the agent or the manager and said, right, to get in the recording studios, they had no choice in the matter. But they sent me the songs beforehand, dubbings of them, or the music, and by listening to them, I was able to choose. I chose some great songs. I also turned down some wonderful songs too. I'm not the world's greatest by any means. No, I remember... one song, I said, no, it's very like a Sally Army song, isn't it? But I could have been one of the first ones to cover it. It's called Oh Viva España. Yeah. Mm.
Also, Tears sold more copies than Imagine by John Lennon. That's extraordinary. I mean, something about Liverpool, isn't there? There's something about comedians and singers, and you're both. I mean, your timing is impeccable.
Well, Liverpool is a great city. You have to acknowledge that, whether you live there or not. Liverpool is a city of great diversity. From Liverpool, we export comedians and prime ministers, and some great actors, musicians. Yeah. It's a city of. You can't really say it's one thing or another. It's lots and lots of people. A long time ago, Liverpool, being the great port, was visited by sailors and by people from all over the globe, all over the world, from north, south, east, west. They came, and some of them liked it so much that they settled there. So, and with them, they brought with them their culture, and most importantly, their sense of humour. So the Liverpool sense of humour is an amalgam of all sorts of. We've got Oriental humour, we have European humour. We have from all over the world. They brought their stories, their jokes and their folk tales. Yeah, it's a great, great city.
And then we look at the heroes of Liverpool, obviously the Beatles probably being the biggest, and then there's you. Did you ever think your career would be this long and this successful? I mean, when you started in 54 in Nottingham, and as we sit here in Sheffield, I think you did your first panto here. I mean, to think all these years later you're still selling out is truly exceptional.
Well, Liverpool is famous not just for show business people. You know, Liverpool is famous for politicians, for social reformers, people who managed to get the slave trade abolished. William Pitt. I don't know if he was the younger or the older, or was it Gladstone? No, I think it was Gladstone. I think lots of playwrights, actors, scientists, doctors. Yeah, Liverpool was famous not just for silly little comedians, you know, and people who play guitars in cellars. No. Liverpool's famous for such a lot of things. Going back years, it's a wonderful, wonderful part of the world, the Northwest. Liverpool, Blackpool. I'm very proud to come. I'd rather live in the north because they've got such beautiful scenery. I mean, the scenery, Lancashire and Yorkshire, the Yorkshire Dales, and even the Welsh mountains and all that. Got some fabulous scenery.
I don't think anybody's seen more of Britain than you. At one point or another, you've been in every town where there's a theatre.
I must admit, with being a touring comedian, because I do love going to different cities, up and down the motorway. I'm like a human yo-yo, going up and down the motorway, east, west, north, south. And you see some beautiful places. The southwest of Britain with Devon and Somerset and Devon and Cornwall, absolutely beautiful.
What's your greatest achievement? What is the thing you're most proud of? Is it tonight's show? Is it the fact you've got another show coming up? What are you most proud of?
Being here talking to you.
Oh dear.
That's what to be proud
Surely
of.
not.
Certainly a good achievement. No. You can't live in the past. It might be cheaper, but you can't live in the past, and we don't know about the future. God help us all. But today, yeah, I'm very happy tonight. That's a wonderful audience out there, fabulous reaction. They laughed at all the jokes. They loved the songs. Yeah, we shared a great experience. We shared an experience of happiness. I hope so, anyway. But I really enjoyed it, and this is what I live for.
You've so far ignored every compliment I've paid you, but I'm going to pay you another. You're one of the most interested people I've ever met. You're so aware of news, you read papers, you watch the news. You never lose the spirit of life, do you? You're still fascinated by people and humanity and the world.
Let's get one thing absolutely clear from the beginning. I don't lend money to interviewers like you. So, you can pack the compliment lark in. Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy to do your program. I'm delighted to talk to your listener. Well, what else is there? You've got to enjoy life. And if you've found something in your life that you love, you found people that you love, and you found a job that you love, well, you can't wish for anything better, can you? That is the treasure of life, yeah.
The stupidest...
Just very grateful. I'm very grateful for what I've been given.
Well, the stupidest question anyone asks someone like you is, when will you retire? There's no point, is there? Because this is your happiness.
Oh, no, can't do that. Can't retire. No. What would I do? I mean, I'm not really good at anything else. No. Wouldn't mind a bit of gardening, but not decorating. No, not hanging wallpaper. No, I couldn't see myself doing that.
And gardening in this weather, I mean, you'd get cold.
Yeah, true. Right there. So indoor gardening you'd have. Yeah. You could have indoor gardening. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I'll stick to what I know. I'll stick to what I do.
Congratulations being you, selling out. We've got the Philharmonic in Liverpool coming just after Christmas, and then next year 20 more dates. Are you going to take it a bit more easy next year, because you work so hard?
Well, I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy all the people I meet, all the fabulous people I meet up and down in the greatest country in the world, Britain, whether it's Scotland, Ireland, Wales and England, all these wonderful, wonderful theatres. That's what I do have, that I'm concerned about, that we keep all the theatres solvent and keep them all open and ready for business. Because the theatre industry has rather, I think... you see, it was all usually at one time it was all run by people who were highly skilled in the art of theatre and showmanship, and now we seem to have moved over to we've allowed a lot of people to take control of theatres who they're not really theatre people. They run it. They think they can run it like a garage or a fruit stall. They think they can run it like that, and you can't. It's show people, you've got to have a showman's heart. It's got to be there. It's got to be inside you. You've got to love the theatre.
Is the greatest privilege now being that you can play by your own rules and you don't have to worry about any of these people?
Yeah, no. I don't mind the rules. I don't mind the discipline. It does you good sometimes to have your knuckles wrapped and say no. We want to do it this way. Okay, yeah, well, it's yours.
People really do that, even with your experience.
They can hint. It's yours. But I said to them, it's your theatre, so you run it the way you want to run it. But don't blame me if it's only half full.
Ken Dodd, you're one of my favourite people ever. I thank you for your time. We've been doing this a long time, and please listen and take my compliments. We love you, and we thank you for all the memories and laughs. Thank you.
Thank you, young Alex, and I hope this complaint I hope it all clears up. I know it's not nice, and you can't really show it to everybody, but it's a good job you're doing radio, because I mean, if people could see oh dear.
Look at the time. We must go. Thank you, Ken.
Tatty bye.